Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do this moss stitch. It's a beginner's stitch, it's really easy to do, it only consists of single crochet and chains. So if you know how to do both of those, then you'll be able to achieve this stitch quite simply. This stitch also sometimes gets called the granite stitch, the linen stitch, or sometimes a woven stitch. They're all the same, they all work the same. So I will show you how to do this. If you don't yet know how to do single crochets or chains, I do have other videos that will show you how to do that, and then you'll be able to achieve this really easy. It is a nice and soft and textured overall finish, given the look of these peaks coming down into the previous rows. In order to do this, you just need whichever yarn you like and the hook that coincides with it. So today I'm going to be using this yarn, which requires a 3.5 hook. So I have that here. So what you want to do when you are starting your initial chain is to chain whichever length that you require. If you're making a blanket, obviously make it to the right length for you, as long as you finish on an even number. So here I'm going to chain up to 20. So I now have my 20 chains. The reason why you want to do an even number is so that you can finish on an even number at the end of each row. So to start this stitch, you're going to do a single crochet into the 4th loop from your hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And do a single crochet. You're then going to chain 1, skip the next loop and do a single crochet into the loop after that. And this will then be repeated all the way to the end. So that's chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet, then chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet. So this then means that your last single crochet should go into your last loop on your chain, if you have done that nice even number. So that is your first row of your moss stitch. At this point you would then chain 2, so that this first chain then becomes your gap, your last chain space in your next row. So at this point you'd turn your work, and you're going to then just single crochet into that first chain space on your next row. Then you would chain, skip the single crochet and go into the chain space. And you just continue that, the chain and into the chain space, skipping this single crochet all the way along to the end of your row. And again you should end on a little chain space, making the last that you do a single crochet. So then you would just chain your 2 again and then go back into the next single crochet into that last chain space from the row before, and you just continue on like this until you get to where you want to be, however tall you need for your piece. And it does go quite simple like this the whole way. So it is an excellent stitch if you're just beginning out. It gives a great look to your work rather than it just being singles all the time, and yet it is the same work for yourself. So just ensure that each time you always end with that single crochet into the spaces from the chain of your previous row. And there you have it. That's how you do your moss stitch. There is a few things that you could do wrong if your work starts to bowed in at either side, appears like it's getting thinner as you're going. That could be that you're maybe forgetting to do the chains in between each of your single crochets, so just always try to ensure that you remember that. Or it could be that you are going into the wrong place. Sometimes that can cause an issue. So if you were to be going into your single crochet, doing your single crochet and then your chain, but then going straight into your single crochet again, then this would give it a different appearance altogether, and it wouldn't have this going down effect. So that could be a problem if it appears not to look quite the same. Or of course your tension may change as you work along, so if you just try to ensure that you're not crocheting any tighter at any points or going looser, then your work should stay nice and straight at the sides here. So that is how you do this moss stitch. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.